And we are live.
Oh, we live, baby. We is live. We is live. We is live, honey.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in.
Get in where you fit in.
All
Got
right.
popcorn. We got some juice and some sandwiches. That's all we got
Back.
today. That's all we
Back.
got today. Come back. Come back some other time. We'll have a full course meal for you. Hey down there, Auntie. Hey, baby. How you doing? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk
Energy.
about Malcolm Little, aka Malcolm X. For those of you who don't know who Malcolm X is, this is I want to say, when it comes to a lot of controversy, he was the type that didn't mind stirring up the pot and, what I'm saying, putting that fire under, what I'm saying, certain individuals. Yes, he has had his, how can I say, his upbringing in a very hostile environment. If you do know the uh the backstory of his growing up, but if y'all didn't know, his father was one of the many followers who also looked up to Marcus Garvey. And if you don't know who Marcus Garvey is, make sure you check out the last video. You know what I'm saying? Of
We
we
will put the
also
link in the description
description.
below.
Yes. So here's a little info. This is just a little things that you may have known or you didn't know. Cause we all about spreading the truth, the real truth. Especially when schools are limiting limit are limited or limiting the education of our children about Black History Month and what it actually is. You know what I'm saying? They give the kids all the glitz and glamour when everything wasn't sugar and spice and everything nice. Okay, so it is very important that we are not only. It doesn't even have to be us. It can be people who are out there just wanting to become, you know what I'm saying, more informative. They do their own research and stuff like that. So we just part of that small percentage, you know what I'm saying? They give you the truth behind the truth. The real raw truth, nothing that's, sweet, if that makes sense. Malcolm X, he was born May 19th, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. He was murdered February 21st, 1965. At one point, he was arrested for larceny, breaking, and entering. While incarcerated, now I'm gonna stop right there. He, him, and a friend of his and two white women, were going from city to city, small town to small town, really stealing everybody's prized possessions like ruby jewels, currencies, sterling silver, anything that had a very high value in price. And back then, money was, mm, hard to come by. It was very hard to come by, especially being a young black man in America.
904 Lynn says, in a white girl.
Yes, yes, yes. I just said that. Yeah. He avoided the draft in World War II by declaring his intent to organize black soldiers to attack whites, which led to his classification as mentally disqualified for military service. So basically, he was finessing without finessing. You know, he told what he was gonna do, but he really finessed his way out of serving in the World War II. Um, Malcolm spent 6 months in Africa in 1964 in an unsuccessful attempt to get international support for a United Nations investigation of human rights violations of Afro American in United States. And he also made the same attempt in Paris, France, which quote unquote the rumors started to spread that he was on a CIA hit list by doing so. Now, back in 1964, he was really trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring together a very strong forefront, if that makes sense. He was really trying to get everybody together in order to move or provoke, if what have you, the system, to force them to, like, hey, make stuff right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit here and belittle us and all this and that after all of this segregation and everything like that was also still going on. um Not only that, but there was still a whole lot of lynchings, a whole lot of killings, a whole lot of police brutality. So he was pretty much just trying to get people from the outside world, and Africa was one of those things. But if you don't know the um how can I say, the story behind the story when it comes to Africa, I highly recommend that y'all check out a link that we're going to have below of the economic freedom fighters. And they also have an emancipation document, a 20, I want to say like a 26 or a 30-page documentation of how slavery started, of how some of their people that they put in political office did not want to stand with the rest of the black people in the world. Okay. So if you make sure y'all go check that out as well. Do your research, y'all, for real. He publicly blamed the Nation of Islam and predicted he would be killed. Pretty much, he was blaming, you know what I'm saying, the Nation of Islam for a whole lot of corrupt things that were going on, especially when it came to youth and how they were going about things when it also came to their members. Um, that tragic day when he was murdered, he was shot 21 times, and the murderers were all convicted, but only one of them confessed and say that he admitted to shooting Malcolm. Um, a lot of people thought that by him being killed by the Nation of Islam, it was because he condemned Elijah Muhammad, who is a man that he looked up to in every aspect, every way, every form. This is like his his leader. You know what I'm saying? He put this man on a very high pedestal, but he started to learn and to find out that Elijah Muhammad had sexual relationships with several children. And where we're talking about children, we're talking about teenage girls and having babies by the multitude. And of course, that's when he started to talk. The Nation of Islam tried to really silence him into doing so. But if you know the journey, he continued to rebrand his his religious perspective on Islamic um, culture. And of course, by him doing so, could that be the real reason why Malcolm X was murdered? In my opinion, yes and no. From my understanding, there were maybe four of them, right? Um, I want to say about three to four of them, and he was shot 21 times. if I remember correctly, there was only a certain number of revolvers or pistols being used and a shotgun. Now, if you like firearms or if you're very well knowledgeable about firearms, you know certain things like a revolver can only hold, if y'all don't know what a revolver is, it's the little gun that got the little spin barrel on it that can only hold up to 6 rounds. Anything like your regular 9 millimeter or regular pistol back then can only hold like 7 to 9 rounds stock. And the shotgun, of course, is a two shooter, right? So, with that being said, I highly doubt that they were the ones did it, but it was staged as if they did it. Because in order to be shot 21 times, you had to be having a rifle, some type of semi or automatic weapon, or both, in order to come on now. If you look at it, that's six. That's what? That's 12. That's 14. But you're saying he got shot 21 times. So where does the other 7 bullets actually come from? But I don't know how many murderers they were. But if you imagine you yourself getting shot 21 times, there is a certain place and time for everything, right? So when it happened, chaos erupted, right? Everybody's running out of the building, left and right, left and right. And now this is when he opened up his own chapter, his own Islamic church or synagogue, what have you. After leaving Africa and understanding the real religious faith of Islamic culture. So, with that being said, he came back. He built his own building. He gained some members, and he even recruited some members from the Nation of Islam. When he came back, because a lot of them actually converted over to his his side, and I believe he was starting to find out the truth of how people come together, because then when he also came back, he started to do these rallies of, what I'm saying, we want better for our people, just like his father. And that's another reason why his father was also killed, because he was motivating the people. He was, what I'm saying, breathing life into the people, like, go out there and ask for it. You know what I'm saying? You have every right to do so at that time. And when the people started to wake up, when we started to come together, everybody else started to get scared. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, then it doesn't take much to think. But once they started seeing the unification of the black community, they decided to do him just like they did his good friend Martin, just like they did Marcus Garvey, just like they did others before him or after him. They silenced him, they killed him because he was doing so. And more than likely, that's why I say the CIA thing is a lot of people saying that the CIA hit list thing is a rumor. I don't think it was back in that time, because if you're a black man with so much power over the black community, you was you were deemed as a terrorist. So basically that's what I believe what happened. They sent some guys out to, what I'm saying, everything can look good, you know what I'm saying? They did have blanks back in that time. If you know what blanks are, fake ammo back in that time as well. So I really do believe that Malcolm was actually murdered by the government to silence him because of the fact that they deem him as a threat. Um, because he had so much power, and his voice was so, what I'm saying, vocal, and he had some very good points. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. He had some very good points about on certain topics and stuff like that. So That is all I have. That is all my opinion. The facts are the facts. If you want to do deeper research, y'all can. But that was just, you know what I'm saying, something that I wanted to bring to y'all attention because a lot of people thought that Malcolm X was really killed by the Nation of Islam. When I wholeheartedly believe he was silenced by the government because they deemed him as a threat because of the 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 power that he had. You know what I'm saying? He was like Moses to the black people, if that makes sense. So with that being said, it's just like today. It's just like modern today, of how the media put us so much against each other that it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, like it doesn't look good for us. But let me tell y'all something. It's still I'm not gonna say hope. There is still a will and a way for us to come together. But we first have to realize that our misconceptions, our faults, our blames is on us. We have to hold ourselves accountable independently. That some of us are some messed up individuals, and some of us just need to stop doing what we do, and that's killing each other because you don't like somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy stuff like that. And now, granted, I do have a defense system. I'm just gonna say that I do have a defense system. But I'm not the type to just, if I have an issue with somebody, oh, I'm finna go solve it by go shooting up their neighborhood and stuff like that. No, that's not the way to go. If you have an issue with somebody, let's talk it out first, especially with our own people, because we constantly are continuing to kill each other on a very high rate, not just because of our anger, it's because some of us are influenced by alcohol, drugs, that also makes some of us either very, very happy, very, very goofy and crazy, or very, very violent. So please, everybody, let's just start one community at a time. Let's start listening to each other as grown people. I can't blame the kids for this because the kids are influenced by people who are in our age range, you know what I'm saying, 20 and up. They are highly influenced by the grown people because they see the grown people out here doing it, why they can't do it. And so, to me personally, that's where we have to start at. We have to start with ourselves. The ones that have good common sense, develop good common sense, and can also have some type of understanding. And that's all I have to say. So, Neek, do you have anything that you want to include or voice
I
in that
just want to
matter?
say, make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying, so that we can get more people to the videos, so that they can, hear our opinions. My opinion on this is that I feel that a lot of the black activists went through a lot of different things that a lot of people don't know the real story about. So I haven't been one to study too much on Malcolm X, but that is a common name when it comes to the black activists. So I will do more research just to see. I mean, but honestly, I do feel like that's kind of like the way to win. Like you have to be a finesser to win.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I mean, what did he do wrong? You know what I'm saying? Just because
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like he was
Mm-hmm.
it just as well as Marcus Garvey. I did do my research on that, and I don't feel like he did anything wrong either. He didn't do anything but show black people basically how to become stockholders. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that there's anything wrong with that. What is so wrong with people of color actually having a chance, actually having the same wealth that you have? You know what I'm saying? I do feel like that people of color actually gave a lot of these ideas that, or a lot of these things, they created a lot of um, these roads to financial freedom for a lot of these people, and they just basically had the money to do it. Um, so yeah, you know. I really don't really have too much to say about it due to the simple fact of I do feel like there's a lot of misguided information. You know what I'm saying? It's so
Hmm.
crazy that they are still trying to exonerate a dead man's name. Like, this is the second president that they've asked to pardon this man, and he's dead. Like, I definitely understand what the family,
And if y'all don't know who we talking about, we're
how
talking
they
about
feel.
Marcus Garvey.
Correct. Which is, she said, is a link to, you know, Malcolm X. And I do feel like he is one of the actual black activists that was here to help black people, that was here to share that wealth, that was here to share the knowledge that he had about attaining wealth. And yeah, y'all know I'm all for that all the way. Y'all make sure y'all go and support us on Bigo. Make sure y'all follow us. At the Bigo IDs are below. Support us on Bigo at Ancestors Goddess and Meeks Trey Customs. Y'all make sure that y'all put that Z in the customs, okay? Also, we do have special discount packages off of diamond packages if you guys would like to recharge and support us. Throw us some gifts, you know what I'm saying? You get a 15% off if you use Neeks Customs at Discount Diamond Store. So, also, I'm going to put the first video, I'm going to put the link in this description. So, y'all give me a second to do that. And our next episode's topic will be, I'm going to say it'll be the Rosa Parks and is it Shirley Chauvin? Celestine Chauvin. Oh, anyway, one of the first black people who got arrested for, or one of the first black women who got arrested for not getting off the bus, Rosa. Okay.
Hmm.
We will be live tonight. Actually, we go live in 1 hour at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Bigo. That we will be live on my channel. It'll be Neeks Trey Customs. So if you guys want to follow, just make sure y'all put that Bigo ID in the ID section and come on in. Okay.
Cause we be live at Mystical
Okay.
Reservoirs, baby, the raw
Yes.
and uncut version, honey.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
what
Yes.
that it get a little ghetto over there. Get a little ghetto. Get a little
It
ghetto.
does. So if y'all want to see us in the, you know what I'm saying, in raw form, then you can
Hmm.
catch us live. We are live every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. At 5 o'clock PST, 6 o'clock. What is that? Mountain
Seven.
Standard Time.
That's
7 o'clock
Central.
Central,
Central,
and eight
and that's
o'clock on the East
8
Coast.
on the East Coast. Oh no, that ain't the East
Period.
Coast. On the East Coast.
So yeah, y'all tune in if you would like to see more of us. Make sure y'all go watch our other series. It's called I Feel Like. We do have some updates to give y'all on some of those videos over there, on some of those episodes we had going on. So yeah,
And we
y'all
got
catch
some
up
new
and
stuff
stay
too.
tuned. We
We
do,
got
we
some
do,
new
we do,
stuff too, but especially in
we do.
Fulton County, baby.
You already know. Yes. We got the DA over there in Fulton County just acting up. The prosecutor,
Baby,
she
it's
just,
a
you know
hot
what I'm
girl
saying?
summer.
Yes, okay. Well, y'all, I said, there go
They
the
go the
neighborhood
neighborhood, boy.
for real. So we got a lot going on that we are going to be covering. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Your girl is actually feeling like, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to go into reading mode. So if anybody would like a energy reading, y'all hit me up for that. Um, what else we got going on?
On the Bigo
Um,
panel. On the Bigo panel.
yes, on the Bigo panel, I will be doing readings. That'll probably be tonight's vibe. For the first half because I'm feeling a little reading-y, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, with that being said, y'all stay tuned. 8 o'clock we live. Y'all come follow us. That's actually in about 56 minutes. So we will be live over there. Come catch us. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Please share the video all over. Turn on your post notification bell so that you will be notified every time we go live. Okay. We love you too, 904 Lynn. We love you too, Auntie. And why did you get off of live? Please go back live. Okay, go back live. Go back live. Go back live. Okay, at least get 30 minutes, and then you can pass it over. Yes, y'all. If y'all go over there and follow us on Bigo, make sure y'all follow Auntie in the comments at 904 Leo. Okay, period. Yes, please go back live and get about 30 minutes. All right, y'all. We out. Deuces.